Hello and warmly welcome to another Soul Sunday. As always, check in with your inner knowing what feels true for you. Today's topic is one that I feel deeply personally and one that the Hill brought this morning with unusual urgency. We're talking about distraction and presence and reclaiming your free will in an age that is designed to take it away from you. Last week, we marked the summer solstice, the longest day, the peak of the light, and the Hill's invitation was, go shine, because the world wants you, in all your glory and the sum of all your blessings. I was house sitting, I was walking a dog in the early mornings, exhaling after months of running empty. Actually, it wasn't that bad, but I felt my energy was getting quite low. And the solstice arrived right on time as an invitation to slow down, turn inward, and ask, what do I actually need right now? We also explored loneliness in the Q&A and how presence, not distraction, is the real answer. You can watch the full episode on my YouTube channel. I'm still waking up. Okay, it's been a hectic morning. We've been very busy preparing this episode for you. So, anyway, if the solstice asked us to exhale, to slow down, to count our blessings, the question is today, what's getting in the way of that? What's fragmenting your attention, stealing your focus, pulling you away from yourself, even when you know better? Today, we're going there. Ditch your distractions and reclaim your presence. I want to start with a dream I had last night, which is sort of why this episode happened in the way it does. I dreamed about a wolf on a leash, but it wasn't just a leash. It had also been injected with a liquid, a remote controlling GPS guided liquid. It was like a substance, like kind of a green light, and it moved around in the body of the wolf. It was a substance that maneuvered the wolf from the outside. And the wolf was suffering, felt lost, and didn't know which direction to go. It had lost its instincts, the very thing that makes a wolf a wolf. And I felt deeply sorry for it, and I woke up with this feeling, there must be a huge message here. The liquid in the dream reminded me of something closer to home. We live in an age where many things enter our bodies, uninvited sometimes, or unconsciously, like chemicals in water, chlorine, residues in food, substances like certain medicines, medications, energy drinks, soda, whatever. And science is increasingly showing that the pineal gland and many other sensitive receptors and places in our body are affected. The subtle systems that help us to sense, connect inward, and with the collective field. It's not a conspiracy, it's just an observation that is worth thinking of. The wolf loses its instincts not only by distractions, but through anything that dulls the instruments. And we, as humans, we are those instruments. And we deserve to be clear, clean, fully alive, awake, and present. I brought this dream to the Swedish Hill this morning for a conversation, and they said something that kind of gives me goosebumps. But before I share the transmission, let me say this, that distraction is one of the biggest diseases of our age. Whatever gets your attention in a way that's wrong for you, whatever takes away your focus, even if it's just a destructive headline in the news, it makes you fragmented. It's easy to lose your grip when life is racing. And that's when we need to slow down and listen inward, especially when it feels like we don't have the time. Slowing down doesn't cost you any time, it gives back. And I speak from experience. And Soul Sunday exists as a sacred space where you can pause, breathe, and remember who you are beyond the noise, the roles, and the expectations. A chance to glimpse something deeper, find clarity, or simply reconnect with your soul and feel that presence in your body. Because the wolf in my dream, that's what we become when we hand our attention over to forces that don't have our best interests in their heart. And the antidote isn't discipline alone, it's presence, it's coming home to yourself. And actually, I changed my mind. I let Yvonne speak first before the transmission from the hill. How about that? Over to you, darling.
Yeah, thank you, my dear. And beautiful you. I'm so happy to have you with us today again. And I also want to share some words with you again. The last weeks, I have had a wonderful time with all my focus as a mother on my beloved children. And the summer holidays arrived, and we all started to land and reconnect with each other. For me, it is actually a very special time where my kids truly inspire me to be in the present moment together with them. We are all running and doing and preparing mostly right before the summertime. I'm sure you can recognize these energies too. With or without children, it is as if everything happens at once before we can finally breathe out again. And here I want to glide directly into today's theme. The information that surrounds us today is nearly at its highest peak, I would say. And the importance of what we choose to listen to is greater than ever before. Your focus is your foundation, and only you can decide it for yourself. We truly have to ground ourselves so we can stay anchored and choose consciously. And this is something that applies to everyone. I often talk about finding your own truth, but this time I really genuinely speak for all humans here on Earth. We really have to connect to Gaia, to stand with both feet on the earth and to be straight in your back and to choose from the deepest place inside of yourself. Otherwise, you lose. You lose what is important to you and to this planet. The distractions are real and they manifest in our lives faster than our conscious mind actually can catch them. And your focus is the container here. So choose it wisely. We all came here to Earth to learn and to transform and to develop ourselves and to grow both personally and collectively. And it is a great mystery, but when your soul descends from the divine, the eternal energy of being one with all that is, down here to Earth, it will experience disconnection. And this we does for ages. This planet has carried the frequency of duality, warm and cold, light and dark. Your skin in this body separates you from the outer world. This is the first impression you received when you left your mother's womb. Your senses carried this feeling of separation. Unfortunately, most of us were not welcomed as whole beings into this world. The expectation held in your nervous system and in your spiritual being to be held, to be loved and cared for, where also your true needs are met, is not what most of us at first encountered. And the journey for each of us in this remembrance, also is this remembrance of your wholeness inside the greater wholeness. Being not separated through this very separation. We all long for this connection. It is our core origin, our home. Every one of us carries the deepest desire for this feeling of oneness, of belonging. And we seek it through family, through a partner, different tools like meditation or personal development at all, dance, songs, sacred union, or even media. And all to feel connected, to feel whole again, and to belong. And the digital world is an expression of this belonging too, of this longing inside us too. There is no bad or good in it, actually. It is just a tool. And we choose the meaning we give this tool. But used without awareness, it builds a prison and an even deeper disconnection. And every word you take in does something to you. It programs you. It shifts your vibration and frequency. And I know how hard it can be to not get distracted, to not read further than the catching headline, like Elof said before. So beautiful you, the question becomes what we want to receive from it, what we want to create with it. And Elof and I, we decided to use these tools to consciously direct our focus. And it requires our discipline. Yes, it does. But one possibility we have created, and yes, it is still a tender and growing space, just beginning to unfold in its own time. It is our community for Kindred Souls. Here we are building a space and place to come into contact with yourself and with others. And it is not just the digital information to take in with your mind. Here we want to work with it. We want to be conscious about it. We want to integrate and embody it. In this community, we meet with like-minded people with a focus of inner development. Yeah, at first. The beauty of it is that it is accessible 24 hours a day, 7 days a week from wherever you are in this world. And that is exactly why we created this place. We didn't want to be another place to scroll, to consume, to get lost in noise, but we want it to be a conscious gathering space where the focus is already set for you, where everyone who enters has chosen to come home to themselves. And yes, it is a digital space too, but one that carries a different frequency. Here we build on the intention of presence, inner work, and real connection, because we strongly believe that when souls with a shared longing come together, something beautiful happens. And my question to you is, do you have direction and focus when you enter the digital world? And which platforms, groups, and posts do you visit, take in, and engage with? It is important that they carry your values in life, your frequency. If you're curious to feel into our space, you're warmly welcome to join for 7-day free trial. And if you feel drawn to other places where you get what you truly want in life, then follow that. Join them. Just look honestly at what you really want to focus on. For me, there is no time to wait anymore, actually. Everything is moving faster than ever, and the earth and the divine need us now, need you now. So to be focused, to be present and aware. Yeah, that's all for the day. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you. We all need this reminder. What is our focus? I'm going to bridge this directly to what the Hill spoke about this morning in response to my dream about the wolf. So I'm going to read for you. Be mindful of your energy. Humans as a collective need to reclaim our power now, immediately. How? Straighten your spine, breathe, make conscious plans and conscious decisions. Lead yourselves more from inside, from the within. Hold on to something. It almost doesn't matter what. Hold on to something that takes you inward and forward. Something for your body, something for your soul, something for your mind. Make a grounded decision and do it every day like brushing your teeth. Don't collapse. Focus, concentration. Be in your phone as little as possible. The forces that want to extinguish humanity's free will work through distraction to enslave humanity. Don't fall for it. It is more important than ever to maintain focus if you want to turn the tide. Yes, it's true, you cannot control everything, like how the earth breathes, evolves, and behaves, natural disasters, which are cleansing and a cry for awakening, or what decisions others make we cannot control. But you can make your decisions and inspire others to do the same. So it's a blend of relaxing, enjoying life and having fun, and maintaining focus, being softly, firmly disciplined in thought, word, and action. Set times, if possible, for when you use your computer and phone, and be intentional about what you do with these tools. A period for work and study in one area, a period for enjoyment if that feels important for you, in balance. But for goodness sake, don't get stuck mindlessly scrolling through an endless feed of endless information you probably have no use for. Collaborate more. Call, visit, and meet each other. Don't worry about whether they've called you or not. Call and appreciate others for simply existing, because they've been just as distracted and overwhelmed as most people on Earth in this age, enslaved by dulling forces. Social media becoming anti-social media, and not only that, but also a drug for not feeling deeply. Of course, there is good content. The important thing is that you don't become dependent on getting lost in the enormous supply, where there is quite a lot of nonsense or even destructive energies. Use it only to uplift and inspire. This may sound like a command, but it is an invitation. You have free will. But we know that since you are here, you want to collaborate toward a better, more conscious world. And you are part of that change. Each and every one of you is that change. We love and honor you, your friends in eternity. So, how was that for you? The forces that want to extinguish humanity's free will work through distraction. And it's not another conspiracy theory, it's a business model. Every algorithm is designed to keep you scrolling. Every notification is designed to pull you out of yourself. Every headline is designed to provoke a reaction. We want to keep our instincts, our intuition, our free will, our connection with our soul, so we don't get lost in the noise. What I really love about the Hill's message, it's not fear-based, it's not you don't have to be a monk in a monastery or a nun. It's not throw your phone in the sea, because it's a wonderful tool, but it's more like straighten your spine, breathe, and be aware of what you're doing with your time. So it's simple, it's grounded, it's doable, and it's a blend of relaxing, enjoying life, and having fun, and maintaining focus. So presence is not about perfection, it's about returning again and again to yourself. And we got some comments. Malena, thank you so much. Listening in the background, as small kids tend, okay, not a problem, but took a sheepskin and sit on the floor in the kitchen. Sounds great. Life happening. Lamita resonates deeply. Malena, loved what you said about social connection. They are as distracted as me. Sometimes I tend to think they don't want to spend time with me because they don't contact me so often. So thank you for this reminder. Lovely. David, wow, this was a powerful messages and speech. Actually, we think so too. That's why we spent a lot of time this morning to work on this episode. It really hit me when I woke up. And I have a confession. Both Yvonne and I, we were a bit low yesterday because something happened that we could have prevented. And we were, for a little moment, in a victim mode, which can happen when you know that you didn't really listen. So we got ourselves together, and this dream just reminded me, like, oh wait, we can regret for a minute and then let it go. There is no regret, really, just constant reminders. So today I'm thinking as an integrating silent centering activation, just do that to connect, bring us back into here and now in our bodies in another way. So, no music, not much guidance, just presence. And you're invited to the remembrance field between Arcturus and Lemuria, a wonderful, powerful place where you can relax, just be yourself, and remember your wholeness. So please balance, harmonize, align, purify, and cleanse, and prepare this space for everyone watching, listening live, or to the recording. You can just tap into the energy. So feel your feet, feel your body, feel the surface you're sitting on or lying on, and breathe gently. You don't have to force anything. Just let your body respond to the thought of conscious breathing. And let the body respond in a way it wants to respond. And let your physical body reach down to the earth. Connect deeply with the center of the earth. Like if you're a tree, letting your roots plant yourself energetically and deeper. So that you're so grounded that you're breathing together with Mother Earth. Perhaps you can feel a subtle pulse, if you have random thoughts or energy in your head area, you can try to melt them, let them melt down deep into your belly. And if you want to, you can connect with your soul star, with the eternal flame, whatever you perceive as the cosmic, universal intelligence, the source, so that you have a breathing as a picture between a star and the center of the earth through you. Earth is your anchor point in this dimension when you're in a physical form as a human. Grounded, centered in your body, where you feel most centered, with a physical and spiritual breathing going on. And relax, enjoy, and love what's coming up. So that your soul can light you up from the inside in a completely new way. And just breathe with whatever is. And you can stay in this state. So even if you had your eyes closed, you can stay in this presence when you gently open them again. Your soul and your light never left you. Your grounding never left you. We're just reconnecting. So when you're ready, how was that for you? You're welcome to share in the chat, even if it's just one word. And I agree with David. I just saw it. It was really a gift that Yvonne shared with us. It's worthy to come back to and listen to on the recording. So this presence is life in our bodies right here and right now. It's not very complicated. It doesn't require that much. And you can do it quite quickly. When you wake up in the morning, preferably barefoot. I do it year round actually, just very shortly. If I'm in a rush, I just put a hand on my heart and one on my belly. Okay, good morning, Earth, Source. Good morning, myself. I'm present, alive, and awake. And I feel the connection. And that's it. Connecting with my body, my breath, my soul, here and now. It's always available. Monica, so peaceful. Thank you. I actually looked up in Solöga, for all Swedish people. She's communicating with animals. Carina Solöga Högman. And she had a message about the wolf. And here's a synopsis, the essence of it. The wolf gives back exactly what it receives. It operates from pure instinct and natural law. What you send out returns to you. When the wolf loses its instincts, when it's maneuvered, controlled, or in this case, in my dream, injected with something foreign, it can no longer trust its own nature. It no longer knows what it's giving or receiving. Reclaiming your presence is reclaiming your instincts. So that what you give to the world comes from you, from your soul, your truth, your conscious choice, not from fear, distraction, or someone else's remote control. And we have some gifts for you. The first one is that on Tuesday, June 30, on full moon, by the way, it's my birthday. And I really like to share, not just receive. So if you're curious about working with me, or if you worked with me before, I'm offering 25% off any session or bundle booked before latest July 6th. So for yourself or someone you care about, just reach out and tell me what you're drawn to, and I'll send you a link. You can check my homepage in the chat, comment, or description, and send me a message. And if you haven't worked with me before, there is a mandatory clarity call for a reason, because we have to make an assessment where you're at, what your issues are, if you have any medications, and so on, so on. A real conversation with a proper assessment, normally 50 euros, because it takes time and attention. This week's, it's complimentary, it's free. So just let me know, send me a message. And now, for all of you, and only in the Zoom session, and only valid today, and only valid before the session ends, you can get a free pass for a lifetime to our community worth $33 a month, completely free. If you feel the signal in your body like a yes, write your email right now in the chat and you'll get an invitation. Oh, thank you. Happy birthday in advance. Meditation was graceful. I like that. There we go. You're so welcome, Lamita, I think, and Malena. I think we have 2 more members. So before I close today, I want to invite you to really take conscious breathing time for yourself, at least a couple times a day. If we didn't mention it in the community, there is always a live call every Friday at different times. There are already wonderful courses you can take to help you reconnect, ground yourself. And with wonderful transmissions from the Swedish Hill, my nonverbal autistic friends that I communicate with every morning at 5 a.m. I'm Elof. I'm a modern shaman and soul guide for heart-centered leadership, which means I do soul retrievals online, help you to reclaim lost soul fragments. I can help you to rewire your subconscious patterns and beliefs in real time while away. It works. And Yvonne is mentor for sacred feminine work. And these transmissions were brought to you by me, by Yvonne, and our friends on the Swedish Hill. And Yvonne has an extra function here. She is holding ground for us all. This space is free and will always be. If today's transmission and healing meditation resonate and you want to support this work to continue, donations are warmly welcome. There's a link for that too. Thank you for today, and remember, you are a bright shining star and a miracle, and a light of eternal potential. You're not the wolf on a leash, and you are allowed to be free, wild, and instinctive, knowing exactly which way to go when you come back to yourself. Straighten your spine, breathe, lead from the within. You are the change, and many blessings. Hope to see you soon next week or sooner. All right. Thank you.